10 years ago, today, on March 9th, 2008, Super Smash Bros. Brawl was released in North America. This one-of-a-kind game is This one-of-a-kind game was the third entry in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and man, was it a blast and much better than what we had to go through in Melee. Why, this game has a whole lot more content compared to what Melee had to offer. For example, the Subspace Emissary Adventure Mode, with one of a kind, quite unlike anything else the series had to offer, and miles ahead of Melee's Adventure Mode, complete with an entire overworld to explore. Very nice. Definitely a lot better than Melee's Adventure Mode, if you ask me. In honor of Brawl's 10th anniversary, I thought I'd go back and take a look at all the cool stuff it had to offer in the series, especially with a new Smash game having just been announced last night. First off, let's start with the E3 trailer from 2006. This is where we were introduced to Brawl for the very first time. Needless to say, everyone was blown away when this was first shown. The gameplay was much better. Here's where we were introduced to Final Smashes for the very first time. Devastating attacks that only certain characters could perform. And now, here is the Battleship Halberd, and Meta Knight makes his debut into the series. The playable character, easily the most broken character in the whole game. And also, now we have Pit from Kid Icarus, who also made his playable debut in this game. And then Samus performs her final smash. Here comes Zero Suit Samus, super sexy indeed, and playable for the first time in the series. And then riding in on his Wario bike, it is none other than Wario. And then Wario prepares to unleash his most devastating move ever. The Wario Waft! But wait, that's not all. What's this?
スネーク、忙しいところすまないが、ビッグニュースだ。
なんだ、また無茶を言うんじゃないだろうな。
君は大乱とスマッシュブラザーズを知っているだろう。
任天堂の。
Our very first third-party character makes his debut into the series.
参加してみる気はないか。ところで君は今どこにいるんだ。
偵察に夢中だ。
偵察？一体何を？
敵を知ることこそ勝利への近道だから。
And it's Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid.
ショータイムだ。
Yep, this trailer blew a lot of people away. Here's a little bit more about Snake and the game, which was revealed later on.
You know who that is?
You're kidding, right? It's Mario.
Mario made his first appearance in 1981, and since then, he's become a worldwide phenomenon. There's probably not a single person who doesn't know Mario. He's that famous.
Good thing I survived long enough to meet him on the field of battle, huh?
This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, Snake. Now get out there and show him what you're made of. No regrets.
Got it.
Snake was the very first third-party character to ever be playable in a Super Smash Bros. Game. With all kinds of weaponry, this dude was ready to rumble. This was a huge breakthrough for the series, as third-party characters had never been introduced before in the series. Snake was actually considered to be in Melee at one point, but time constraints ultimately led to him getting pushed back until Brawl. But Snake wasn't the only third-party character in the series that began in this game. Indeed, faster than the speed of sound. None other than...
Sonic's the name, speed's my game.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Mario's longtime rival finally gets to go head-to-head with the Italian plumber himself. Another huge breakthrough for the series. Sonic was also considered for Melee, but again had to get held back until Brawl. Yeah, he had to go fast in order to get in this game. And he wouldn't be the last third-party character in the series either. Mega Man, Pac-Man, Bayonetta, Cloud, and Ryu all joined him later on in Smash 4. But perhaps the most notable thing that Brawl brought to the table was the Subspace Emissary, which had a full-blown story mode with cutscenes. I'm going to show you my top 5 personal cutscenes from Brawl's Subspace Emissary. Here's the opening cutscene, taking place at Mid-Air Stadium. A crowded day, Zelda and Peach are watching a battle unfold. A trophy gets thrown into the ring, and it turns out to be Mario! And then his opponent, Kirby, enters the ring. The two get ready to duke it out. And after the battle, they shake hands. The crowd goes wild. But then the Howlbird comes rising in and drops shadow bugs into the arena. It's being controlled by an unknown force. They transform into Trinids, members of the Subspace Army. Peach and Zelda step in to assist our heroes. And the battle begins. Eventually, Pit notices the explosion from the subspace bomb that was dropped into the arena. Lady Palutena herself grants him with a special little task to go out and assist the heroes of this world, giving him the bow of light. And Pit sets out to assist our heroes. By the way, I'm actually going to be showing quite a few different cutscenes from Smash 4. I mean Brawl, Subspace Emissary. Pit sets out and begins flying. This helped set the stage for Kid Icarus Uprising a few years later. Eventually, Pit comes to an area where he can look around, and he sees the halberd flying through at top speed. I'm just showing a couple cutscenes from the game, just to give you a basic idea. For those of you who don't know what the plot of this game is, although I'm sure most of you do, anyway, the halberd drops more subspace minions into the area. And now it's up to Pit to fight them, find out what's going on. Afterwards, after he's done beating everyone, he notices Mario's trophy, which was shot into the area. Mario was shot by Petey Piranha. He agrees to help Pit after the disaster. So they set out. Meanwhile, in the jungle, the Koopa Troop is making off with a horde of bananas. But then, a Goomba gets knocked out, and a Koopa gets smashed as well. And out of the jungle emerges the King of Kongs himself, Donkey Kong. Needless to say, he's extra pissed off they stole his banana horde. They fire 2 bullet bills at him. And DK's little buddy Diddy pops in with his peanut pop guns, making his debut into the series. And Diddy shoots the bullet bills. And they pose. Thus they set out to reclaim the banana horde. Afterwards, they find the banana horde and celebrate. But then, the king of the Koopas himself, Bowser, appears. He's not happy. Diddy steps in to defend DK, but he pulls out a dart cannon. DK punches Diddy out of the way to save him, but then gets turned into a trophy himself. Meanwhile, in a dense forest, a hero finds the Master Sword and prepares to pull it from its pedestal. He is a legendary hero indeed, the Mark of the Triforce. And his name is Link. In the same forest, a cute dinosaur is sleeping on a tree stump. Link walks through the forest. passing by the sleeping dinosaur. It's Yoshi. He's just taking a nap. But then, the halberd steps in and unleashes more subspace minions. Link steps into action with his new friend. At the same time, in a secret research facility, a sultry bounty hunter enters the area. Zero Suit Samus. She's on a special mission. As Samus makes her way through the research facility, she comes across a horrible sight. A Pikachu being tortured by an electric machine. Samus steps in to save her new friend, but the alarm goes off, and the subspace Robs are not happy. It turns out Zero Suit Samus is looking for her power suit, which the Robs stole. They enter a control room filled with computers, and her power suit is on the screen. At the same time, in another control room, a mysterious figure orders Bowser to look out for the other characters. And this figure is the King of Evil, Ganondorf. Inside of a dark castle, King Dedede polishes his trophies which he collected. He puts 3 special badges on them. Turns out he's wearing the 3rd one. But then, an earthquake happens, and the ceiling caves in on him. King Dedede gets knocked out cold as the entire castle collapses in on itself. Bowser caved the ceiling in. He's looking for a trophy. Suddenly Bowser spots Zelda's trophy. At the same time, a mysterious figure known as the Ancient Minister prepares to open up a subspace bomb to detonate the castle. He is very upset and filled with much grief at the thought that his 2 comrades must be destroyed. The entire castle is engulfed in subspace. Meanwhile, Ganondorf converses with a mysterious figure, Master Hand, who gives him an order to set out to look for the other heroes. Hold on, I'm looking for After seeing an explosion, after setting off a bomb in a nearby desert, the minister reminisces about his comrades. It's very sad. Until an arrow misses him. Pit, Mario, and Link, along with Kirby and Yoshi, set out to attack him. They chase the Ancient Minister through the desert, but he sends his Robs to attack them. But a Rob grabs onto the bomb. He drops the bomb, and the Rob gets destroyed. 2 others agree to set it up. They prepare to detonate the desert. Pit and Mario try to stop them, but it's no use. The Robs take them away. The minister is very sad as he watches his beloved friends is destroyed. They all get sucked into subspace, and Mario and his friends get out of there. Meanwhile, DK's trophy is being taken to a floating island, the Isle of the Ancients. Diddy is furious along with his new friends Fox and Falco. That is, until the Great Fox appears. Back at the research facility, Samus finally finds her power suit. Along with Pikachu. But then the bridge disappears. And clones of Samus appear to attack her. The battle begins. Eventually, though, Samus defeats them and retrieves her power suit. Those Robs are no match for the legendary bounty hunter herself, along with her new friend. They set out. They eventually make their way out of the Isle of Ancients and find desolate ruins. But then they see a bomb being taken out of a factory. They head into the factory to figure out what's going on as fast as they can. They burst into the factory at top speed. There's the ancient minister with dozens of bombs. He's sad. He's very sad. At the same time, DK, having been revived, busts down the door, along with Diddy, Olimar, and Captain Falcon. But then, Ganondorf appears. He orders the Robs to turn against their master. The ancient minister tries to stop them, because they're his friends. But then, the King of Evil brainwashes them, and forces them to take the bombs. The minister tries to stop them, but it's no use. He turns them fully against their master, and they begin shooting lasers at him, attacking him, and setting him on fire. The situation appears completely and utterly hopeless. And everyone tries to get them to stop. But it's no use. All seems lost until the minister reveals himself to be a Rob the entire time. They begin to battle. But after the battle, the countdown will not stop. The bombs are still going. DK tries in vain to get them to stop. But it's no use. And Rob watches as his teammates, his friends, are sad. Diddy tries to tell Rob to get out of there, but there's no use. Captain Falcon dials buttons on his gloves and tells everyone to follow him. And they fall down a hole. Captain Falcon snaps his fingers and his personal vehicle, the Falcon Flyer, appears. They all hop right on. But then Meta Ridley appears and chases after them. The chase is on to escape Subspace Factory. Eventually, they do manage to escape. The Isle of Ancients is engulfed in subspace. At the same time, a giant doomsday machine emerges from the Isle of Ancients. The subspace cannon. It launches a powerful blast and engulfs an entire region in subspace. At the front of the machine stand Ganondorf and Bowser. The two tyrants appear confident until the battleship Halberd appears on the horizon, closing in on them. He orders the machine to fire at all costs. The Halberd tries valiantly to escape, but it is torn in half. A final blast tears right through the Halberd, disintegrating it in midair. But from the wreckage emerge several fighter machines that veer viciously towards the tyrants. They begin firing everything they've got, but the ships are much faster and smaller. Press onward. And then Kirby appears on the Dragoon. Slices through the battleship like a knife through butter. Explodes into thin air. Millions of pieces. And the two tyrants escape into subspace. The battleships quickly follow. Kirby and Samus follow right after them. And finally, Palomar and his tiny ship come in last. Now the real battle truly begins. However, Ganondorf, no longer needing Bowser, turns against his former friend. Turns him into a trophy. He ventures to the edge of a cliff to meet his true master, Master Hand. Ganondorf bows to him, but all is not as it seems. Turns out Master Hand is being controlled by a real villain. The one and only Taboo. Ganondorf tries to attack Taboo, but he blasts him. He ends up getting turned into a trophy, knocking Master Hand out. Master Hand is bleeding. But he's not out quite yet, and Master Hand flies towards Taboo. But it's hopeless. Taboo knocks him out in one shot. And Master Hand lies on the ground, defeated. And things only get worse as everyone else arrives. And Taboo unleashes his ultimate final attack. A giant wave that turns everyone into trophies. Now they're all turned into trophies. Mario, Pit, Zelda, and Peach. Then Taboo begins to fuse all the regions of this world together into one. It appears completely and utterly hopeless. Will anyone save them? Why, yes. Back at King Deity's castle, it appears all is lost. Until the badges King Deity put on Luigi and Ness revive them. Ness takes a look at the badge, sees King Deity's trophy.